And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to World Team League 2v2 Tour Day number 3. We've had an intense, very long 2 days of 2v2, and now we are here in the round of 8 in the quarterfinals. I'm, of course, your host, Light VIP, and today I'm not alone. I'm joined by the one, the only, the beautiful, the AsherBro.
I'm your 2v2 partner, Poppy.
Oh.
We're gonna turtle on Skytrust together. Let's do it.
See, it was calculated. You knew that Trigger and Nina would play the way that they did, and you strategically avoided that day of casting. So
yes, I
definitely
knew I was casting on the first day.
You just made Chase suffer instead, but we are not here to suffer. We're here to dive into an insane 2v2 between two of the best teams around. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Reclamation, we have the Teal Zerg Serral alongside his teammate, the Blue Terran Oliveira.
That was 12 points. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have Maru and his teammate in the orange, Solar.
Oh my god. So we've got a 12 pool. Sorry, I think that was a 13-12. 13-12 and a proxy 2 racks.
Yeah, 13-12 and a proxy 2 racks, and Mario is already laughing, having a good time. He had a blast of a time when he was playing against the CranKy Ducklings. Looks like both Maru and Solar have opened up very standard, actually.
Yeah, Hatch got support from Solar, and we do see a standard opening, but it looks like the SCV Scouts is... Oh, wait, no, sorry, that was actually Time's SCV.
I'm Scout Serral's.
Yeah, Time knows. He knows, Papi. But yeah, the Lynx are rushing across the map. They are avoiding the Overlord pathing of Solar, but Maru is kind of headed in this direction. Is he going to scout? Oh,
he's going to have to be really careful with this Reaper. It doesn't get caught out by the Reaper of Oliveira. Looks like he will scout roughly the timing, so he will know that at least one is proxied. Looks like Solar's going to give that natural up straight away, and I think for Serral and Oliveira, they kind of just want to cripple and cut off one of the players from one another, and this is a good map to do that because the bases are pretty far apart.
Yeah, we actually saw a very similar strategy yesterday as well, specifically on Reclamation, because both teammates are isolated from each other. How good is the drone drilling so far? The Queen has come out. The drones are surviving for the most part here, but more things are coming in!
Yeah, Mauling's coming in, and the Reapers pose an interesting problem here, where Baru basically has to win the Reaper versus Reaper fight with Lings around, but he's able to do that. He takes out one of these Reapers, and he has a Hellion as well, and Solar drops the easy. Let's go.
Oh my god. The trash talk is coming. He's going out. Oh my god. A very solid defense here, as we all just saw, and now Serral and Oliveira, they're on the back foot.
Yeah, Mario opening with his Reaper Hellion as well. He's able to track down these Raxes, and he forces Oliveira to cancel here. They will be in a lot of trouble back at home. You can see the supply very heavily in the favor of Mario and Solar, and Serral and Oliveira. Their opening hasn't really worked out here. That was very nicely handled, especially by Solar.
Yeah, the drone drilling was insane. The fact that it was able to keep the Queens alive as well and not avoid all the surrounds for the most part. And now here we go. We have a bit of a counter attack here again. Bearing in mind that Maru and Solar, actually they did cut a couple of workers here. So they're not too far ahead in that respect, but Bailings are being morphed in.
Yeah, Maru's got Cloak Banshee behind this as well, which I don't think there's going to be any answer for. We do have Bailings being morphed in by Solar, and there we go. The first little Ling engagement. The Banelings are going to be bounced in by the Reaper Grenade as well.
They bounce over the Queens into the Lings, and it looks like Serral, he taps out. Doesn't even GG. Oh my god. And Maru and Solar take the first game.
There you go. Oliveira having a bit of a laugh as well. And I have to wonder, I believe this is on the new patch, right?
Yeah.
So I think the drone drilling against that 12 pool should be way better. I don't know if running the Lings into the drones there is the best move just because of that, but I guess that's just something players are going to have to get used to now.
Yeah, true. For those wondering what we're talking about, I believe it's the deceleration for drones before they attack has been removed. So now they can react that much faster, which is quite interesting. I say drones, I think it's workers, period. Yeah. So that means that when it comes to early game defense like that, there's so much more micro ability. It's a very subtle change, but it has a pretty big impact here.
Yeah, I mean, it should just make defending anything like that. Ling rushes, Marine rushes in the early game as well. 2x Marine is arguably dead. it does change quite a lot of builds, and I think it might have helped there as well. But that's going to be a quick 1-0 for Mario and Solar.
Yeah. Onsyde Gaming coming out quite strong here with some standard reactive play. Serral and Oliveira tried to be a little bit cheeky, and you were talking about it, Reclamation is probably one of the best maps for that kind of strategy to kind of take out an opponent early on. But alas, the control was too good. I guess something to bring up as well. Yesterday, this happened to, it was Kellizer and a Laser did this very same thing to Raynor and Spirit, and Raynor went down to 0 drones.
Was that the game you were talking about where he went 3 hatch before pool?
No, it was another game. But we're also he went for a fast 3rd hatchery. And that 3rd hatchery was actually right next to the proxy, but it was barely out of range, so it didn't see it.
Oh, brutal.
But Solar's too good. Easy, puppy.
Yeah, really solid defense, and I think a lot of it came down to the decision to just immediately evacuate the natural as well.
Yeah, very quick decision making there by Solar, and now they have an early lead in this series. But do early leads really matter? Oh, they kind of do. But as a reminder to everyone, this is not a best of 5. Here in the quarterfinals, we are beginning the best of 7s.
Yeah, so there is still plenty of room for Oliveira.
Oliveira, yeah.
I don't love it. Oliveira.
What's the other one? Oliveira. Oliveira.
Oliveira.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're having a bit of a hard time here in game number 1, but I think something that we both really saw come to fruition was they had a lot of varying different styles that they brought together in day 1 that we were able to cast together. And they've got a lot more to bring to the table than just cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was just kind of like a one-off cheeky build, especially with the separated mains. I don't think we're going to be seeing that one again, but there's definitely a lot more options when it comes to pairing up the aggression anyway. I mean, I don't think we've seen it yet, but I would have thought a proxy hatch might be quite good in 2v2 as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen a proxy hatch at all, actually. So maybe you've cracked the code of the 2v2 Asher. As we're loading into game number 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Emerald City, we have the teal Zerg player, Serral. Oh, there we go. Teal Zerg Serral, alongside his teammate, the blue Terran Oliveira. As team, Oliveira.
And the Onsyde team in the bottom left, we have Mario playing Protoss.
What?
And we have Solar, the orange Zerg.
Oh my, okay. I have some background, some backstory here. Some backdoor information.
Oh.
We were able to actually have a peek at the setup. Before the stream went live, we saw the in-game chat between some of these players, and Mario and Solar, they were asking if they were allowed to switch races in between games, and now we see why.
Yeah, Mario's got a pretty good Protoss. I think he's around 6'1", 6'2" on the Korean ladder, so it sounds funny saying pretty good for that because that's insanely good, but for Mario, it's just kind of okay. I know Solar's got quite a good Protoss as well, but I think, yeah, especially if they've got some preset openings to go for here, this is going to be very effective. The one thing I'm wondering is, I'm not sure if Serral and Oliveira would have been checking the races at the start of the game. It's a bit of an outside possibility, but I feel like there's a small possibility they're not expecting Protoss.
There is a chance if they're not paying attention, then they can be done a little bit dirty here, so they have to be a little bit careful. I always remember we were lucky enough to cast, it was Mario versus Percival, where Mario was able to off-race his Protoss in a qualifier, and he like 3-0'd Percival. And I was like, oh, Smooge, puppy Smooge.
Mario doesn't mess around.
Oh my god, and so far everything's looking quite standard here. We see a Stargate opener coming out from Maru, but once again, Serral is being the aggressor. Serral, that's a very fast Baneling nest.
Yeah, Serral here going for a Bane Bust, and time as well, Oliveira, he's going to be going for a 2-on-1, so they should match up really well with Stargate as well. Looks like Myra and Solar haven't really been able to get too much scouting done. The 2-on-1 as well is something that Time was going for a little bit in the first day. I think the first game that we cast, he went for a 2-on-1.
Yeah, if you remember, he paired up the 2-on-1 with Serral going to base Swarm Hostnitis.
Yeah. There we go. The Adept does get the scout on the 2-on-1.
Oh, there we go. We get a full scout of here from Amaru, so he's fully aware of what is coming his way. He even catches the Banelings coming out as well, so now they know all they have to do is defend.
Yeah, very nicely done. Going to get that full scout. Even going to finish this shade just to fully commit the Zerglings back at home. Does see just how many Zerglings there are. So it's a very committed Ling Bane push coming out from Serral. Just stuck on 30 workers here. Solar having a bit of a laugh, bit of a move around in his chair. Mari's going to be hunting down those Banelings as well with the Oracle. That's a very nice move though.
Yeah, especially because we're getting a little bit of mixed signals here because Serral is droning right now. So it looks like after they got scouted, maybe Serral thought better of committing to the Ling Bane bus. He's like, okay, they're probably going to get ready for this. We have to drone and we have to try and transition out of this.
Yeah, it looks like the Onsyde boy is a little bit confused about this, but just having a good time running around all over the place.
I like how they're laughing.
So
It's like Serral's like, lol, they didn't commit, they're too scared. Mara's like, clowns, Buffy.
This is the toxic Mario that's always been here. It's in every Terran.
It's true. It's in every Protoss as well, and he's got the best of both worlds. As we do see, the double drop from the 2-1-1 is now moving out across the map. We have a couple of Lings on the ground as well from Cell to help support.
Where is 2-on-1 so fast? It's really crisp. We are seeing just a little bit of a skirmish between the Lings. Actually seeing Oracle Phoenix coming out from Mario as well. So they are going to be a little short on units to defend this. Looks like Solar reacting a little bit slowly, losing quite a lot of drones here.
Yeah, Solar may be a little bit distracted here. A lot of workers are going to be going down. We have Roaches coming out, by the way, to help defend. But Solar definitely coming out worse for wear. You can already argue that this 2-on-1 has already paid for itself.
Yeah, and it is going to get pushed back by the Queens here. Looks like turning to fight a little bit, but doesn't want to commit into the Queens, into the Phoenix as well. So just going to play it safe is Oliveira. We see these Lings as well, just kind of sharking around, and Mari's going to try to track these units down if he can.
Yeah, there we go. We just see a tag on that drop, so now they're fully aware if it does decide to turn around and come back. Meanwhile, Solar, he has been making a lot of roaches. Okay, there we go. He's going back into drone production. I was curious if he was going to be committed into something like a 3-best roach push, but no, he is continuing to drone as well as Maru's doing what Protoss does best. He's going, I guess, kind of Phoenix Colossi. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Phoenix Colossi going for that fast +1 air as well, so feels to me a little bit like they might be setting up for Solar to start feeding Mario. We see a very good scan coming down there from Oliveira as well, just seeing everything that's going on there, and they're going to go for a small push now, just recognizing that Mario's gone quite heavily into the turk.
Yeah, quite heavily indeed. And now is maybe when he's the most vulnerable. He only really has Phoenixes to defend. I think he has one Colossus. There we go. It is revealed here with a handful of gateway units. Can Serral and Oliveira find this opening? Can they try and push through and try and deny some of these bases?
Yeah, we see some good revelations going down the bio army, so he should be able to keep track of that at least, and that'll help with the kiting with the Colossus as well. Solid just trying to shock around as well, see what he can get set up, but the game really hangs in the balance. It's quite even right now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's no kind of clear lead going on at the moment. Worker counts are quite high between every one of these players. We do see Serral going for a bit of a Ling run, but it does avoid a lot of the army, but it looks like there are reinforcements back at home.
Yeah, and there we go. Time trying to set up a push here with those tanks. Really nice bios coming out from Solar. Should be able to take out at least one of those tanks, and these Colossus are going to do some serious work against some mass marine. We just see a good amount of roaches coming out from Serral, but looks like they're just going to get on out of there.
Yeah, at the same time, looks like a Ling run by. Oh my god, a lot of drones. Every single one of the drones, by the way, that was here at the third base just went down. Solar, he goes down to 45 workers. This is the second time now where Solar just wasn't looking.
Orphan time dropping in the main of Maru. They are really starting to pull apart the Onsyde boys, but we do see with the Colossus, with those Phoenix as well, they should be cleaned up very effectively.
Yeah, there we go. It does get cleaned up at the same time. Serral is diving on top of the army of Solar as well. He's going to be able to pick off a lot of roaches, and he exposes the lower base, the third base of Maru.
Yes, so much aggression coming out from these players. Mario is going to be able to reposition, has the Phoenix, has the Colossus down on this low ground. Time just continuing to rally across, just be completely in the face of the Onsyde players with everything that he's got here.
I love that during that defense, Maru had like the surprise Pikachu face. He was like, oh my god. The crazy puppy. And in the end, they're going to be able to force this back, but I do feel like Team Onsyde have sustained quite a number of losses. In saying that, oh my god, behind this, Serral actually was able to even get that goal.
Yeah, Serral has been expanding quite aggressively. We see Solar still just on 3 bases. These Phoenix going to be doing a little bit of work, but nothing too crazy. Just picking off a few drones, picking off a couple Overlords as well. Behind this, Maru going quite heavily into the air is going to be... Oh my god, that split was so fast. Is going to be going into the anion crystals for those Phoenix, going into carriers as well, but that does leave them open for another timing.
It does, it does. I mean, you know, Maru is going into his final form, which is going to be Skytoss. I never thought I'd say that. But he needs a little bit of time to get there, and here we go. Once again, Serral and Oliveira are going for a massive push. Serral is maxed, by the way.
Yeah, Serral completely maxed. Oliveira pushing in very aggressively here. Oh, the yoink with the Viper. He's going to take out that Colossus, and we do see quite a lot of Marines going down. There is just not enough on the ground to contest. It's not enough AoE either with those Colossus running out. And GG is called.
GG gets called, and I kind of wanted Serral to throw down a cheeky easy after that. But regardless, showing here that, yeah, both Serral and Oliveira were doing a great job with the harassment, great job macroing behind it as well, kind of leading up towards that big push. Solar, more than once, kind of dropped the ball a little bit there.
Yeah, it felt like Solar was a little bit slow to respond sometimes to harassment at his third. Serral was able to run by that third quite a lot of times, ran by it while the first big fight was going on as well, and it seems like Solar was, yeah, not really able to evacuate that third in time.
Yeah, exactly. And especially in these 2v2s, if you're a player that's taking up very quickly, like, it is possible, don't get us wrong, like, it is definitely a strategy to do, but you need to rely so much more on your partner to be able to keep up and to be able to protect you in these kind of certain timing or certain like windows, right? Like, Maru was going very quickly into those carriers. He needed a little bit more time to survive, and unfortunately, because of all that economic damage done earlier, Solar was having a hard time keeping up with Serral's macro.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you need your teammate to be going quite heavily into AoE and just turtling back at home to be able to do something like that, and that can be a little bit awkward with Zerg because you just don't have access to that much AoE until later on. I guess he could have gone heavily into Banelings, but it seemed like they were trying to rush into Lurkers actually.
Yeah, like Solar himself, like both of them, both Solar and Maru were kind of taking up quite a bit towards the end there. So, you know, just kind of cool with their pants down a little bit. Serral and Oliveira are able to make up for some lost time, make up for game number 1, and now we're tied up 1-1.
Oliveira made up for lost time.
I see what you did there. Very clever.
We lost time.
we have lost
He's
time.
Gone.
He's never coming back.
No. Sad.
We need to find out why. We know like why the name, but why the change one of these days. We need to figure out what happened. What happened?
Is there going to be a story like there was with Spirit? The soul is gone. All that remains is the spirit.
Oh my god. It's like I ran out of time and all I have left is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Olive oil.
And I thought it'd be weird if I called myself Olive Oil, so I just put it in Google and I found some guy.
I just spelled olive oil wrong. As here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have Serral and Oliveira. Oliveira.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Catalyst, we have the red Terran player Maru, Terran now, alongside the orange Zerg Solar representing Onsyde Gaming.
Yeah, incredible. We have two of the best players in the world here. We have two Zerg players as well in Serral and Sol.
You're an animal. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Maru is so good he can even play Protoss, but who can't?
I think he gave up on that idea pretty quickly.
True. I wonder, are we going to see Maru play Protoss again, or are we going to see Solar play Protoss again?
I like the idea of Solar playing Protoss because then they can go Terran Protoss. I don't know if that's something that they've been working on, but
then Solar will be a better race. He'll be
wrong.
Yeah. Wrong. That is against my narrative. As Maru, he's actually getting fully scouted as he's going for a 3-Rax. Oh.
Yeah, it is going for a very standard 3-Rax setup here, and that's going to allow him to go for a lot of aggression. It should be quite flexible against whatever setup that Serral and Oliveira are going for. And we can see Oliveira this time not going for a 2-on-1, is just going to go for a pretty standard 1-on-1 opening. And the Zergs playing things, I was going to say relatively standard, but Serral's gone for a 2-minute lair.
That was a giga fast lair, but I say incredibly fast lair when it's like a 3-minute timing, but here at 2 minutes is insane. Because it's so early, we got a couple of options. We were talking about it before. We have seen Serral go 2-base Swarm Host before. I
didn't actually know you could get it this fast, to be honest.
I don't know if it's very good, to be honest. We'll see. Like, what could this mean, Papi? I mean, do you think he plans on being fed here? Like, that's why he can go for an earlier lair?
I think he can afford it anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, there it is.
Pretty good race. Oh yeah, he must be getting fed.
100%, mate. Here we go. He's going for that Spire. He's taking the rest of his gases as well. And this man, 2-base Muta, is something we have seen quite a lot already this tournament. But hold that thought, because they may die before they get the Mutas out.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. I mean, Maru's going for a 3-Rax, which is very good against 2-base Muta. And time's not going that heavily into units. I mean, he'll have a tank out, maybe 2 tanks out when this hits, but I mean, just the 1 tank, I don't think that's going to be able to cover everything.
Yeah, and I worry because we just finished up a Bailey Nest as well from Solar, so he has the option to be aggressive. He goes for the scan. He sees the very fast lair already done. The gases are taken as well. They have to piece it together. Whatever it is very tech heavy that Serral is going for.
Yeah, he throws down the scan and Solar's immediately laughing. He's like, what is this noob doing? Why is his lair so early?
Does he know how to play StarCraft? Here we go. Lings are rushing across now. We do see our first wave of Mutas on the way here for Serral. Maru also going around the long way here towards the right-hand side of the map as well with a handful of his units. But the Mutas are coming out, so we'll see how good the defense is going to be for Oliveira.
Yeah, there we go. We just see Hellion being split off just to try to do a little bit of damage, but Solar a bit too fast for that one. The Ling Bane Force here is ready, but the Mutas spot it.
Mutas do spot it. Looks like they will get 1 Baneling. I think maybe even 2 Banelings there. 3 Banelings just before they hatch. The Mutas do spot this army, and I believe Maru, he has Stim with this, right?
Yeah, and the Marines here, they are going to be escorting the Ling Bane, trying to get that in. I like the way that he's organized his push as well, just to time out nicely with that Ling Bane. And it does look like they're just going to play things a little bit safer here, try to consolidate their forces and deal with this Banshee maybe as well.
Ooh, yeah, Cloak is just not done. The Banshee goes down, but at the same time, as the Marines were busy with the Banshee, the Mutas pick off even more Banelings. And without those Banelings, it looks like Solar and Maru are forced to turn around.
Yeah, I think Solar and Mari here probably just want to wait for at least the couple medevacs.
Oh,
I do think. Oh, Serral's not looking. He's not
oh
looking,
my!
Poppy.
He's not looking, Bobby. Two of these meters are gonna be going down. Almost gets a third as well. Serral slipping up a little bit here, slipping up maybe because he doesn't care too much about these meters. I don't know if you saw, he went for a very fast infestation pit. Hive is on the way. Hydrogen is on the way.
And a proxy.
Oh my,
Ninja
oh my,
Fist.
oh my, he's a clown. He's crazy, Poppy. He's crazy. Oh my god.
The nerd rage is like, I have macroed long enough. I've seen how they do it over there on NA ladder, and I want a piece.
I want to be NA. Oh, a couple more meters are going to get picked up here in the middle of the map. Here we go. So Serral is going to be transitioning into Lunkers with a ninja base out on the map as well. And to be fair, these meters are doing a great job at just buying time and getting value, you know, whenever we're not losing any meters.
Disgusting. We do see the Lings and Marines going to be dancing around a little bit. Those Lings should be able to just do a little bit of tanking as well for Oliveira. Sorry, against Oliveira's tanks, against his Hellions, just to help get in there. But Oliveira is set up very defensively. I think we are going to be seeing a bit more of a turtle strike coming out from Serral Oliveira.
Yeah, I mean, we were hoping we would avoid this, but in the end, lurkers and tank lines are upon us. Before that happens, looks like Maru and Solar want to try and get some damage done. They are going to be in range of this CC, and here we go. The Lings are diving on top of the tanks.
Yeah, there we go. They're pulling the trigger. The Lings are going to be tanking for the tanks, and nearly no Marines take big shots on them, so that was very effectively done. CC is going to be going down, so nice pick off there. Pretty much just trading Lings to get that done, so very good for Maru and Solar. And we do see Serral is starting to set up a bit of map control. This works in such a weird way because the Zerg has the map control over the Zerg, but the Terran has the map control over the Zerg. It's pretty odd.
They're all over each other, Papi. And yeah, we'll see if they can eventually kind of get a couple of expansions up and running here out towards the center of the map. Serral and Oliveira, I mean. The meters for the time being, yeah, they're picking up a couple more SCVs, a couple more Marines. They have to be careful not to drag the Marines over towards the ninja base, though. Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. But it does look like wow, what a skin. Mario just sharking around the map, trying to get that control, trying to eat up all the space away and maybe catch out those meters a little bit, but I think these lurkers are the last thing he's expecting here, honestly.
Yeah, here we go. Drops on drops, mate. Time gets into the main base of Solar and is able to snipe that spawning pool. At the same time, Maru is going for a doom drop into the base of Serral, but oh, it looks like he got deflected.
Yeah, Serral's defense just a little bit too good, and Solar back at home here is a little bit lacking when it comes to the defense. It's going to be hard to have the anti-air that they need to deal with this as well. The meters just dropping back here to defend, to make sure that those medevacs get on out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Nicely done. The medevacs do end up evacuating. We just see a Marine hit squad looking to try and catch the drops or catch the meters or catch anything. And it looks like they are spotted by the meters in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, back at home, Serral, he's getting his Niduses. His lurker count is getting quite high.
Yeah, going for a second lurker den as well, interestingly. I don't know if he's just anticipating it. Oh no, that's Solar.
Yeah.
I get so confused. There's too many people.
I know.
And the bottom production tab is for the people on the top.
I know. I feel your pain, Papi. I feel your pain. Oh my god, but yeah, both players are going into their lunkers here. We do see it's still a drop active across the map. Looks like the lurkers are, yes, they're holding strong here. Roaches can't find too much damage. Oh, the Marines, they move on forward and they catch some queens.
Yeah, Oliveira's been very effective at finding some damage with these Marines. We're going to be able to take out the tank. We're almost taking out that Ghost as well. Pretty funny seeing Marines steal after Ghost. Not really something you see too often. There is going to be a Nidus going down in the back of the base of Maru. And has he noticed yet?
That was disgusting. Times Oliveira scanned for the Nidus, by the way. And here we go. The lurkers come in. And Maru hasn't noticed. Oh.
This is what happens when I play 2v2s with Chase. Constantly, it's just like, scan for me. Scan that back base. Scan over here. I need to put a Nidus down.
Yeah. Yeah, I see this. Chase, he has a special kind of team game. But that's why I had him cast yesterday. As it looks like the ninja base has finally been spotted. It is going to be taken down. At the same time, we have a doom drop coming in towards the main base of Solar. Ooh, but nice blinding clouds is going to get shot down.
Yeah, great cleanup there, but meanwhile there's plenty else going out across the map. Oliveira just being so annoying with his drops, with his multitask, taking out plenty of these bases. Serral just popping Niduses out everywhere. He's going to be using these lurkers. Good little yoinks on those. He's going to be taking a few of those out, but to lose the base there is not that great for Solar. I do feel like Maru and Solar are getting a little bit of momentum with this defense, though.
Yeah, they're slowly cleaning up a lot of this army here. Like, we're running out of steam. I should say Serral and Oliveira are kind of running out of steam, but the lurkers are still active, by the way, and I spoke too soon. They're all going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, they are all getting cleaned up. We just see another Nidus going down from Serral, just blocking that base. Just being so annoying with those, and meanwhile behind that is starting to drone up as well. We can see it's a pretty low worker game between all of these players. Definitely a very aggressive game, which does seem to be a bit more common with the 2v2s.
Definitely, definitely. Not too many workers, not too many bases. Oh, meanwhile, this may be a bit of a mistake. Oliveira just lost 3 of his tanks, and I feel like if they lose a little bit too much too quickly, they are going to trigger a counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be careful. They are being pulled apart by this multitask quite a lot. There's the double drop from Oliveira that's giving the vision for the Niduses. Solar just going to be splitting off a little bit of his army going on back, but he's not watching the Vipers. One of the Vipers goes down on full energy.
He's not looking, Papi. The Vipers are going to be... One Viper is going to be going down, but at the same time, Serral is here with his mass lunker army, is going to be able to hold line, is going to be able to force the armies of Maru and Solar back.
Yeah, and there we go. Oliveira just dancing around the map, trying to get whatever damage he can. He is quite low on the supply now, but so is Maru. Maru quite low on workers, has been losing quite a bit to this harass, and Serral just trying to keep the pressure on here.
I gotta love the slowing run by at 12 minutes, mate. Let's go, Papi. Let's go. So expanding over towards the left-hand side of the map as well. We've got Niduses still being thrown down everywhere. And because of all this Nidus play, because of all the drop play, despite the fact that Solo and Maru have had more supply for the past couple of minutes, they've just been stuck at home.
Right, I think this Serral guy's pretty new to the game. He probably hasn't worked out what link speed is yet. We'll give him a bit of time to learn all the abilities.
Yeah, I'll message him in game. I'll let him know.
Learn the controls, you know.
Aye. At the same time, a couple of tanks are going to get picked up here as well. But once again, ooh, Time is going to be losing a lot of his Marines. He's going to be losing his army.
Yeah, great control coming out from Time, but we do see Maru and Solar trying to get on top of these units. There are a lot of lurkers here, but Maru does have his ghosts here now, and I think Solar's got the lurkers of his own, which does complicate things even further.
Oh, Serral got link speed. Goes for that run by, is going to get chased away though after getting a couple of those drones. Meanwhile, we do see finally Maru and Solar are pushing out towards the center of the map. Finally, they've dealt with all these pesky drops and all these pesky Niduses. They can focus on their push.
He's learning, Puppy. He found the link speed button. As we do see, Solar, a bit of a misrally, just kind of funneling his his roaches into those Marines there, and we can see why right now. There's so much else going across the map. Solar is setting up these lurker attacks. Both players defending at home as well. These lurkers are going to be doing quite a bit of damage, but because they're so spread out from each other, the Marines can deal with them.
Yeah, the Marines do shut down every single one of these lurkers, and that's a bit of a hefty loss here. Thankfully, Solar did have a large enough bank where he does remax immediately, and he's focusing on his Roach Ravager push here. Oh, he's going to be catching some of the lurkers of Serral.
Yoink! We do have some of those lurkers going on down, but there's just way too many of them. They're going to be closing in a massive surround coming in from both players.
Maru, where are you? Solar was left completely alone. He gets sandwiched by the armies of Serral and Oliveira at the same time. Maru's like, no, it's okay. I got this, buddy. He's going in pretty deep, but again, it's going to be a 1v2.
It's just like, bro, what are you doing? You're throwing.
I didn't tell you to go that way. I mean, he's going to be shutting down 2 mining bases of Time by himself, and I believe Serral instead went for a counterattack. Oh, okay, he's going to be holding line with his lurkers. Oh.
Yeah, I think Maru wasn't looking for a moment there. Takes out a lot of his bio, and he has to be really careful to preserve this ghost count. It's one of the only answers that we have here for the lurkers. Another one of those answers is the Viper, and we will be picking off a few lurkers here, but looks like Time is trying to find himself a big surround, and Maru has really stuck his hand in the honeypot here. He's in a lot of trouble.
Exactly, just like what happened to Solar. Maru as well is being surrounded here by lurkers, by Marines, by everything. And Maru loses the majority of his army, mate. Again, this is a 2v2. You can't go alone, Papi, but that's what they're trying to go for.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing. As we do see once again, one player is cleaned up and the other pushes across the map. Oliveira setting up a drop of his own. It might come across the Marines, rallying across the map of Maru. Looks like, a bit unfortunate. Maru just going to be backing off a little bit there as these lurkers are causing absolute mayhem. We see the scan from Maru so the lurkers can fight the lurkers.
The scan is cute, but I think there's just too much supply here from Serral. He cleans up the majority of Solar's army. A couple of reinforcements trickling in to deal with everything else. At the same time, a drop in the main base of Solar. We can see he wasn't looking. He was dealing with some more aggression back at home, and he's going to be losing his lair. Sorry, his hive.
Yeah, I mean, the last drop by time into this location was quite ineffective, but this one is anything but. It will be taking those out. We see the Parabomb and the Medivacs, but looks like the Medivacs, just saved by that last minute split. I think 3 or 4 more were about to go down there.
Yeah, that was insane. Barely is able to save the majority of those Medivacs. Is going to be able to get the hell out of there. And as the dust settles, oh my god, no, the dust is not settling. Once again, Serral goes for another big counterattack. Is going to deny the fresh mining base of Maru.
Man, the dust is never going to settle. Constant aggression coming out from both teams here. We see some extra lurkers being morphed in for Solar. The supplies pretty much neck and neck. Maru slightly ahead of Serral. Solar actually a good bit ahead of Oliveira. So it does look like overall there's a little bit of momentum for Onsyde here, but Serral and Oliveira doing quite a good job just expanding as much as they can.
Were those the mutants from the start of the game? There were like 6 random mutants that just... Yeah. They finally did go down, and it looks like this kind of divide and conquer strategy here from Maru and Solar is slowly working. You know, Maru, he is just now maxing out, he's pushing out on the right-hand side of the map, and Oliveira is having a hard time dealing with Solar on his own.
Yeah, Oliveira going to be trying to push in, trying to get a bit of damage done here, but with these Vipers, with those tanks just being yoinked in, being pulled away, it's going to be pretty hard to solidify this position. But consider Lurkers just slowly starting to creep forward. There are no ghosts out for Oliveira, just the libs, and how does he know? The star sense.
I don't know if he knows, Papi. I don't know if he knows. The whole position Lunkers, they're waiting for the moment, Papi. They're waiting for Maru. They're waiting for Maru. Do it. Do it, Papi.
Serral's not looking. Oh, he's
Serral's
looking.
not looking. He's looking. There we go.
Oh, and the sandwich is real. These units get absolutely decimated. Oh my goodness, Lurkers are broken, and we do see quite a lot of ghosts going to be going down here. Very efficient trade coming out from Serral. Maru having a bit of a shocker to himself. He knows that they've just lost the game in the blink of an eye there.
They did. At the same time, Solar just lost all of his lunkers to Times Marines. The Marine, it's Imba, Papi. Lurkers winning and losing. Oh my god, the nuke! Is it gonna go off? Oh no.
The reposition of Will C Jr. is too fast. We do see quite a few of these Marines going to be going down as well. Good defense coming out from Solar. Just doing everything he can to start to stabilize. But this little Ling run by on Maru is going to really put a halt to his mining right now.
Yeah, exactly. Both Solar and Maru just losing on both fronts here, just really struggling to keep up. I mean, Oliveira himself, it was quite a knife fight between him and Solar, but he was able to barely come out on top. And Serral is just dominant here with his mass lurkers. The ghosts are coming in for some snipes. Oh, we pan away, we pan back, and I think some lurkers died.
Some things happened. We didn't see it. I think we've got a Zerg player observer, doesn't want to see those lurkers going down, but GG is called, and felt like that one was really in the balance until the very last moment there with Serral utilizing the whole position on the lurkers. Look what happened when Zerg used their tools.
True. Hold position, mate. You don't see it often enough, but whenever you do, it's sometimes amazing. If it goes unscattered. Maru with the getting 360 surrounded there. Oh, that was close though. That was very back and forth.
I think Maru had the feeling in his soul for a moment there, and he just didn't trust his instincts. He should have gone with it. He should have gone with the force.
What are you saying? His spider senses were tingling, but they were tingling in the wrong direction. You know, he's like, I shouldn't go this way, and he diverts over towards the right, but then he's forced back over as well. And oh my god, Oliveira. They're up. They take a lead in the series 2-1.
Spider senses were tingling, and he said, maybe that ramen that I had earlier today was a little bit too spicy. I hope I last this best of 7. And then the lurkers attacked.
And now we're going to be going on an extended break here as
Mario cleans himself up.
Oh god, not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. But we're going to be getting ready here for the next game, and yeah, it was really interesting. I do think that at least in that game we saw very clearly that Solo and Maru, they were kind of forging their own paths. They were kind of going their own way, and they were focusing on their own pushes. And that can definitely work, don't get me wrong, but as a result, we saw a couple of moments there where Serral and Oliveira, they were able to just collapse on these armies together, and we were able to see them just trade that much more efficiently and come out that much more ahead. The power of 2v2, you know?
Solo Leral. That's my new name, Solo Leral. Serral. That's where we're at right now.
We're at the start of the broadcast, Papi.
No, we're at the end. It's all right. As we do see the next map going to be heavy artillery. I'm not too familiar with these 2v2 maps. Talk to me, Papi. What am I looking at?
Oh, you're looking at a map.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Beautiful, beautiful. So heavy artillery is one of the ladder maps in the current map pool here. I'm sure you'll recognize it. This is the one where this screenshot right here is the worst to really, so for you to recognize what it is, because it cuts out the features of the map. This is the map where Serral did go for the swarm host play, if I'm not mistaken. Where there are gold. Yeah, there are gold bases
in the
towards
back.
Yeah, towards the north and south. There's some pocket bases to be taken as well. Both players are sharing their mains, and they're kind of sharing their naturals. And there's also like a mineral wall outside the natural into the middle of the map.
Do you reckon they do it again?
I hope so. Oh. If you remember, they did that against, it was a Protoss team. It was like, I think it was a Protoss Zerg team. I don't know how well it'll work against a Terran, but we may find out.
Firefly and Silky.
Yeah.
Kept on forgetting Silky's name because it's like Rika or something in the game. As we do finally have our game starting on up, in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have Serral, and in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have Oliveira. They are Celerol, Celery.
Top left-hand corner, we have Maru, and wait, what? Top right, we have Solo representing Onsyde Gaming, or Marula. Marula. It's his ruler, Papi.
I like Mola.
Mola.
Chomp.
Oh my god. Yes, they are. Oh my god. Serral, he's pulling a Rainer. He's going 3 hatch before pool.
Cooler when he does it.
Well, to be fair, he's not. Rainer went 3 hatch and then gassed and then pool. So Rainer was a little bit greedier here. Serral a little bit more reasonable, but regardless, a very greedy opener.
So it's just hatch pull hatch, I think people call this. Gasless opening. It's for animals.
Yeah, gasless, Bob. Gasless.
As we do see a little bit of a Rupert skirmish. He's going to be taking out the scouting SCV. Both players here, both the Terrans, going for factory expands. Mario just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world that he took out that SCV. He's like, lol, a noob.
It's pretty funny killing SCVs, not gonna lie.
It is.
Oh my god. So yeah, we're just kind of getting into our openers here. We do see that I believe Serral just went for a hatch gas pull. Nothing too crazy coming out from Solar. Oh, but I spoke too soon because this madman skipped link speed.
He's crazy. Solar going for a very fast layer, roughly a 245 layer, and that makes me wonder, are we going to be seeing some host liners out of Solar? Serral's going for a very sneaky Overlord scout here, so trust Serral to be such a tryhard that he has good Overlord scouting patterns on 2v2 maps.
Let's go. Oh, who needs it when we have a scan instead? Time goes for the scan, and I believe the lair was in the main. I believe. We're
I
not
want
going
to
to
believe.
confirmation. So this should be going into 2-base Spire, but we'll see what Solar has in mind. Is going to be taking some more gases. Meanwhile, Serral, also skipping his link speed, is going for a Roach Warren.
Yeah, so Serral looking to be very defensive with that Roach Warren. Looks like they're kind of guessing a little bit. I have a feeling something I am starting to notice with 2v2 is I think you do just have to guess a little bit with the opening build orders. Possibly just because the map's so big, it's so hard to get scouting across. And I guess you do have to decide somewhat before the game what you're going to go for. But yeah, we see these Reaper Hellion forces skirmishing with each other. We see the Spire is going to be going down, and Mario going for a pretty random assortment of units as well.
Yeah. He opened up triple Reaper, double Hellion. We do see a second scan as well. So bearing in mind that earlier time Oliveira was able to confirm the lair timing. It looks like he was looking for the Spire if there was one. He did miss it though, so they're still a little bit in the dark. I mean, it could be Infestation Pit, could be a Spire. They're working with a little bit of incomplete information.
Yeah, he misses it, but he sees the extra gases, so he should have a pretty good idea. Fast layer, extra gases, pretty much narrows it down. Going to be sending in that Reaper anyway, just to get that additional scout. And there we go, we see the Spire.
Yeah, we have confirmation on the Spire. Because of this, we should be getting some turrets up and running. We should be pulling back our Overlords as well. And immediately, Serral throws down Infestation Pit. I believe this is to go for a fast Hive. I believe this is to get into Vipers.
I'm looking at the wrong player again. There we go. Going to be doing that. Going to be going for those spores as well. Getting the +1 attack and the roach speed. So he's going to be going pretty heavily into roaches. And I think roaches with Vipers can be a very flexible unit set, especially against Terran here.
Definitely. And what I will say is at least this time it's correct. Like the top players are at the top and the bottom players are at the bottom.
Sure.
Yeah. It's just confusing because they keep switching between games. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, there is that Hive on the way. Still, there's going to be a window here before we have any Vipers where these mutas are going to have a little bit more free weight. Oh my god, I love this!
Yeah,
the
that's
spore!
sick.
Oh my god, it's crazy, Puppy!
That's a very neat little trick there. Is using that Overload just to put creep there for the spore, but these mutas still going to be getting a little bit of damage. Takes out some of these Marines. I think one of these mutas did go down, so not the greatest trade there for Solar, especially with the Queens and Spores supporting, but Mario going for a push of his own, has some tanks, got some Viking, Raven, Cyclone, just a little bit of everything. We've got this kitchen sink push coming out.
Yeah, the kitchen sink is coming out for Maru, and we'll see what it can really accomplish. I'm not too sure. It's, as you said, just a little bit of everything alongside of these mutas, but the tanks are in position. We do have a Raven for disables, but I don't think it's going to have enough to cover all three of these tanks.
Oh, they're in position.
Oh, they're in Jiu-Jitsu.
They're in
Mutas.
Omoplata.
What?
The Jiu-Jitsu move.
You think I know what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is?
I hope you did your research about Oliveira. I mean, he's playing right here.
It's true. I need to know his moves. We have to rename his builds to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh,
moves.
that's such a good idea. That's actually great.
He's doing the onomatopoeia. What'd you say?
Onomatopoeia. As we do see Solid just dancing back and forth, getting the most he absolutely can out of these mutas. Oh, I know which one you're gonna like. The rear naked choke.
Oh! Excuse me?
What it's called?
The rear naked.
It's like one of the most common moves.
It sounds like a light move.
A rear naked choke. It's not the rear no pants choke.
He's naked though.
Yeah.
The no pants are implied. As the mutas get into the babies. Oh my god, a lot of power bombs are going to be connecting. But I don't know if you notice. Oh, the splits. Oh,
the splits are not good. They're not good.
Not good, puppy. He's not spinning. He's doing the opposite of spinning.
Yeah, he split and then he unsplit, and a lot of those are going to be going down. But Mari here going for a massive doom drop. Solo's like Okay. He's having a bit of a laugh. He's like, I guess you can do that if you want. He's going to be running in towards the back there. And there is actually a pretty decent supply lead between Maru and Oliveira. But Serral here, he has the Roach Smash Force coming on in.
Oh, and here we go. The Doom Drop is coming on in here. Serral and Oliveira are completely out of position. The tanks are able to siege up. A couple of reinforcements are coming on in. It looks like, oh, the mutas are even chasing this down. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I believe, yes, Stim was denied earlier by those mutas. It only just now gets restarted.
Yeah, so these tanks are going to do a lot of damage. We do see Serral just going for the counterattack. Oliveira going to be going for the counterattack as well. So going for a little bit of a scissor sweep maneuver here.
Oh, he's going for the sweep, Papi. But at the same time, the mutas coming from behind. All the Marines are in position to try and deny them. They will be able to save the majority of these tanks. It looks like the Roaches do clean up the tanks in the main base of Oliveira as well.
Yeah, we see Raven Disables on tanks on one side. We see Blinding Clouds on another. A few of those tanks going to be going down, but does look like Serral and Oliveira have been able to preserve a little bit more of their push. I like this by Solar. He's gone for Mass Hydra. That is a much more flexible army. Hydras, despite what the Cabal would like you to know, are really not that bad. They're pretty good.
I just googled Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu moves. I'm ready, Papi. I'm ready. I'm ready for the balloon helicopter armbar.
Oh, the helicopter armbar.
Yo, let's go.
That's a banger.
Oh my god. But before we get to that, we do see the Roach army of Serral pushing on forward. There's only a single tank. 3 lurkers just barely finish up in time, and without detection, the lurkers may be able to hold on.
Yeah, the lurkers are just going to try their best to hold on. They don't have the range, so they're not going to be able to take out that tank that was a little bit too far on the edge. But looks like Oliveira and Serral, they're going to Imanari roll out of there, and we do have the game stabilizing just for a moment here.
Oh my god, yeah, the game is looking to stabilize a bit here, but something to bear in mind is that Serral, ooh, he is maxed out here on Roaches and Vipers. Oliveira is still trying to lick his wounds. Ooh, and a lot of Roaches are actually getting caught out here. Serral on his own.
Yeah, the Roaches are getting caught out, and we're going to have to be very careful with the Vipers here that we don't get those sniped. We see Serral is starting to go into his lurker upgrades. He just needs to buy himself some time.
Let's go, Papi. I just love the chat showing it, the helicopter reverse choke out. Oh my god. That sounds crazy. That sounds like a breakdance move.
It kind of is. Like,
yeah. He's taking off, Papi. He's lifting off the ground.
We like do see time charging into the main, going for the flying armbar, but Maru a little bit too quick with that one. Gonna hit the reverse, slam him on his head.
Oh my god. And it looks like, despite the fact that Oliveira, it does feel like he doesn't really have too much to work with right now. Maru and Solar have been kept at bay by the mass drops, by the Viper play. Oh my god, 4 Vipers just get taken. Sorry, 4 Lurkers just get taken out.
Yeah, these Lurkers getting yoinked straight into this cloud of Roaches. Does feel like throughout this game, Serral and Oliveira have been taking some slightly more efficient trades than Maru and Solar. And does look like Maru got scouted out there going for the drop, so they're going to have to be very careful here. The Vipers are running straight after this, and I think he knows. I think Serral knows. He knows about the drop.
I think he knows about the
okay, that was Vipers. I got so confused. That was Solar's Vipers. I was like, Serral's yoinking his lurkers closer to the units of Solar.
I think Solar's Vipers know about the drop, as the drop goes into the main base, does deny the NG Bay as well. Oh, this Doom drop is getting a lot done here, but this time in come the Vipers of Serral at the same time. Oh. Solar, he's fighting some room. He's on siege, Papi.
Oh, Solar's lurkers absolutely massacred. Solar pops off. He's like, get the hell out of my game, you noobs. Maru's like, I don't think you should say that. That's a bit much. Relax, Solar. And Solar's like, nah, I'm getting out of my chair. I'm taking my pants off.
What narrative are you painting, Papi? What's going on?
We're just having a good time. That's all.
Oh my god, the pants are off. Solar is getting serious, mate. He was upset after some of those last games, after Sir Oliveira, where they caught him in a chokehold. You know, they pinned him against the ropes. But nah, this time Solar, he fights back.
Sol has been studying his jiu-jitsu as well. He says, mate, I've been learning this before you were Oliveira back in the old times.
Oh my god. Oh, there's so much.
Yeah.
What is this? The north-south choke.
Yeah. Oh, you'd love that.
What?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
The world's magnetic poles, they come down on you.
I'm gonna find a picture for you.
Oh my god.
And you're gonna be like, this sport, it's a bit sus.
Oh no. Oh. Yo, I found my one. There's the Peruvian necktie. Oh.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's classy.
That's a good one. It's just you're not putting the tie on. The tie is being put on you.
Excuse me? You're taking the tie off? Oh my god. He's forcing him into his armpit, mate. Oh my god.
He's giving him a hug. The top and tailing, and then he just got a bit cuddly.
It's like a 69, but not quite. It's
yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
It's like they slid off each other. They don't quite know how to get into position, puppy.
I mean, yeah, you have to go for a control to get into that position that is a bit more close to that.
Oh no.
I think we found your new favorite sport.
I'm gonna start watching some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, puppy.
You'll be like, I just pretend they're cuddling. Look at this. We have set 5 coming in. We are neck and neck, 2 and 2, and it's our old friend, Roskalian.
Oh, here we go. The boy is coming out. Roskalian is gonna be where the ties are broken. Who is gonna take a lead in this series? I can't remember.
Who will be leaving with Kerrigan in hand? The Roskaliwag.
Oh god. Who's gonna end up with Kerrigan? Who's gonna be stuck with Rainer? That is the question. No one wants to be stuck with Rainer.
It's a bit of a mood killer, that one.
Oh my god, he's a little bit too cheeky, you know. He's not the best teammate out there. Spirit will tell you.
Rough.
Oh my god, it looks like we're just getting set up here for game number 4. Maybe you're correct. Maybe Sola did indeed take off his pants, and the WTL admins were like, we can't allow that.
They're trying to convince him to put the pants back on, but Sola's too fired up after that win. He's like, I won't do it. I won't do it. Put the camera on me. I want them to see.
I want them to see.
Yeah, mental
easy, puppy.
We can't have that. Relax. Still a best of 7. We got at least 2 more games to go, and Mara's just sitting in the corner laughing. He's not helping at all.
Oh, it's beautiful, puppy. It's beautiful. They're all animals. Oh god, and Roskalian, to bring it back a little bit, I believe is one of the one of the older maps in the map pool. We have shared bases. We this is the base with the long thing in the middle.
I beg your pardon?
It's the map with the long path in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
Nah,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
I'll take a picture for you.
Oh no, please don't.
Oh god.
I'll be able to see it just fine when we load into the map.
No, I'll show you. As we are going to be loading on in, there we go. The players, they were a little bit rowdy, but they have settled down, and we're getting into game number 5. In the top left-hand corner, we have the teal Zerg player Serral, alongside his teammate, the blue Terran Oliveira. And together, they are team Serral Oliveira.
Celery, beautiful. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have Maru, and we have the orange Zerg come down from his victory dance. It is Solar.
Oh, yeah, Onsyde Gaming coming out strong here. Oh, Serral just, just stretching his legs. Sorry, Maru just stretching his legs a little bit. He's just getting in position. As we have some more respectable hatch gas pools from our Zerg players.
I have a video I need to link you after.
Oh
it's
my God.
completely unrelated to anything, but you'll love it.
Oh gosh.
It'll make you want to play Dota, puppy.
What? What
It
is
will,
Dota?
trust me.
What does Dota have to do with what just happened?
Don't worry about it. Just got a bit sidetracked.
Oh god.
As here we go for the first time in this series, we're just going to have both teams going for hatch first, just being very sensible, subdued, calm.
Yeah, they're just we were talking about it before, Oliveira, he's putting the necktie on, he's gonna be a little bit more formal, a little bit more proper about how he chokeholds from the north and the south, these clowns.
Putting the Peruvian necktie on so he can be a very distinguished papi.
Yeah. Beautiful, puppy, beautiful.
But it's the Peruvian necktie. It's just like one of those ties that has pictures on it. It's like the Duff beer one, but instead of Duff beers, it has Inca Colas.
Yeah. I would wear that, unironically. If I had a Peruvian necktie with Inca Cola on it, I would wear it during the casts.
Even though it would cover your chest?
I would have. Well, I had to make up for it. I'd have to unbutton a little bit more just for the next time.
Fair enough. As we do see that Overlord just heading through the middle of the path, I am looking for long things, but I think you've just imagined it, to be honest. We do see Baneling Nest going down for Solar as well, so going to be some aggression coming out from the Onsyde team.
Look no further, Asher. Oh god. As Solar is going for that Bane Bust, here we go. He has cut drones at 21 workers. He's rushing his lings across the map. And this is going to get scattered by the Zonaga. I believe Oliveira does have control of it. And here we go. Serral is responding with his own lings.
I do remember playing this map in 2v2 now. This map kind of sucks. I've had some really bad games on this map.
Yeah, there's a lot that can happen. There's an exposed player. It's harder to take a third and take a fourth. As we do see the Banelings on the way at the same time, just applying a little bit of pressure here to Serral's third base. But Time is coming in with his own Hellions, forcing Solar back, but the Banelings are rolling on in.
Yeah, beautiful micro back and forth between the two players. We do see the Hellions trying to dance back and forth, trying to get the best shots that they can on the Lings, on the Banelings. Looks like they are going to be able to do that. Even the Marauder coming out to try to take out the last few of the Banelings, and the Banelings, they are not going to get the connections they're looking for.
Wow, exactly. Every single Baneling is going to be going down. There's only 2 remaining here, but they do get taken down as well. Looks like at least Serral's Queen does get targeted down, does get surrounded, but I'm sure Serral and Maru wanted more than just the Queen.
Yeah, Time has barely lost any of his Hellions. He's doing a fantastic job just dancing back and forth, taking out all of these Lings, and we do see the Ling numbers have started to melt down. Serral is starting to take over here, and this has not been effective for Solar and Maru. They're having a laugh. They're realizing that it hasn't really worked out that well for them, but at the same time, you can see Serral and Oliveira, they're not on the highest work accounts themselves. So I think this is potentially recoverable. We see Maru as well going to be going into Cloak Banshees. He's pretty heavily supply blocked. It's okay, I get supply blocked when I play team games too.
Everyone gets supply blocks. The Banelings going in for round number 3, but now we have roaches for Serral. They target down the Banelings. The Hellions are doing just an amazing job at dancing back and forth here with the Lings, with the units of Solar. It's been insane what the kind of footwork that Oliveira has been able to put on show here. And even though the drone counts are relatively similar, Solar, the hands are off the keyboard, mate. He puts his leg up.
He's wearing pants.
He's swearing. He was told to. The admins wouldn't allow it.
They look like nice pants too. I haven't seen a good pair of khaki chinos in a while.
Take them off. Take them off. As
Got some cocky tuners.
unfortunately, Solar, he's still in 2 hatcheries. That's the thing. Like the reason why he just put his hands up, like he just don't care, is because transitioning is really hard from this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Solar's part in this game is all but over. It's going to be on Mario to make something happen. And the other thing I want to point out, I've never seen Sunlight stream into Serral's room before.
Oh. He's not smudging. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw the team voice thing.
The team voice? Was that the first time? Has that been going on the entire
anyone
time?
said anything?
Oh my god. What did he say, Papi? Why are they letting us know?
Must have been something despicable.
Oh my god. Regardless, we do see Solar actually just continuing Link production. He's going into a lair. He's still staying on 2 bases, but he is amassing a large army here towards the southern portion of the map. Meanwhile, at the same time, these Banshees they've been putting in some work.
Yeah, this one Banshee from Mario has done huge amounts of damage. I would love to see how many kills that Banshee has, but looks like 24 SCVs in total have gone down over the course of this game. I don't know how many of those are responsible from the Banshee, but I would say most of them.
Yeah, I think all of them from the Banshees, at least. I think this is the 3rd Banshee that comes across the map, and just time. Oliveira, he's falling apart, Papi. He can't see.
He can't see. He's getting heel hooked.
Oh my god.
He's in the 50-50.
He's getting 619.
Oh, God.
Rey Mysterio has come out.
Rey Mysterio.
Let's go.
Booyaka, booyaka. Memory. Deep core memory unlocked there. I was not ready for that.
Oh god.
Do you remember what that was as well? He would like run through the he'd run through the ropes like parallel and like do a 180 and kick the dude in the head.
Yeah, just kick him in the head with both legs, mate. It's crazy.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh
and then because it's
my
wrestling, they both lie on the ground for a bit.
Yeah.
They're like a bit tired after the move and they both like just chill for a bit.
Yeah. And then they get back up.
Times.
That was that's the original Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Papi. It was Rey Mysterio.
Can you imagine if you had like StarCraft WWE, where basically you just try to set up the most crazy moment that you can in the middle of the map? It's like all rehearsed.
Yeah.
You just like
it would be the whole position lunkers.
Yeah. You type into the chat, you're like, watch out for my power move, and then the whole position lurkers just kill everything, and then the lurkers just like unburrow and sit there for a little while just recovering.
Oh god. I would love that. That'd be amazing. Let's go.
It'd be amazing or really boring.
It would. It'd be good for clips. It'd be good for clips. Oh my god. Nish, get on that for those TikTok videos. As likewise, both players, after a really intense early game, they've kind of bounced off each other. They have been chilling outside, of course, the Banshees just completely tearing Oliveira apart. Likewise, Solar is now in Oliveira's position. They're both kind of struggling to get back into this economically. We see Solar did go for 2-base lair. He did go for the mutas, and the mutas are dealing damage. And somehow these Reapers at the 9-minute mark are also just wreaking havoc.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Mario always had that many Reapers or if he made 1 or 2 extra, but looks like Oliveira here is going to be able to push back the mutas of Solar. One of those is going to be going down to that Cyclone. Of course, the Cyclone's a little bit turbocharged in this patch. I'm not sure if he does have that upgrade, but Solar being a little bit careless here.
The tank was stuck between 2 queens.
He likes it.
He couldn't leave, Puppy. He couldn't leave.
As we do see, Serral once again going very heavily into roaches. This has been, I feel like every game here between these players, Serral and Oliveira, have always fallen back to this mass roach marine tank style, and it has been very effective for them. It kind of deals with all the crazy weird tech switches that Mario and Solar have been going for with just a brute smash.
Yeah, just Roach Viper just seems to be the go-to here for Serral for a good reason. Here we go, the Yoinks are coming in, a couple of Blinding Clouds. No, don't even go down. We saw a Disable on a Viper. You don't see that too often, but there are just so many Vipers anyway.
Yeah, the Vipers have been very effective here. We see Blinding Cloud and Anti-Armor Missile going down together, and these Roaches are absolutely taking over. We see the double head tilt in sync. Beautiful stuff. And GG is called.
GG. I don't know if you heard that. We heard hit Serral for a moment there.
Did we? Maybe
Yeah.
they're trying to get the team mics.
Yeah. When team voice happens, they're activating the mics of Serral or that team. Sorry, so we can hear it. But it's very quiet.
They're trying to talk to us.
they're trying to break out, Poppy. But GG again. Onsyde Gaming, they were the ones to try something a little bit cheesy, a little bit aggressive here, but it did kind of fall on its face, and both Maru and Stoller were having a hard time recovering. They almost did, though. I mean, shout out to Maru and his Banshee control. He killed 25 plus SCVs of time, but they left Serral to his own devices.
Yeah, and Serral was able to max out on Roaches once again, smash on through, and get the win there. I think Serral was just like on the mic with Oliveira. He's like, hit him with the 619.
do the thing, Papi. Do the thing. Like what? That 619, Papi. Get him.
We got to them.
Oh my god. I'm sure that's exactly what is happening, mate. Yeah, they are going to be taking a lead in the series, and not just a lead. Serral and Oliveira, they are on match point. They need one more to take down Team Onsyde Gaming.
Yeah, Team Onsyde Gaming, they are on the ropes, but they're going to make things down and dirty as we are here on Sludge City. Beautiful name for a map.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Beautiful here. It's big. It's a city. It's also disgusting. Sludge City, I believe, is one of the TLMC maps. Let me just double check. No, my apologies. This is actually a team game map from Heart of the Swarm.
There we go. It's a bit of a throwback map. Do you think on Sludge City they're going to go for a bit of mud wrestling?
So what you're saying is, not just the pants, the shirts are gonna come off. They're gonna just lather each other up, and they're gonna just get down and dirty, Puffy. Let's go.
Thanks for the raid, Dave Chester. Welcome to the stream.
Oh my god, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid, Dave. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed your ladder session as we are here on match point in our 2v2 tournament. Now back to the mud wrestling. Speaking of getting absolutely filthy, this is the map that has 2 gold bases available to either player, or one each. There's four golds on the map, by the way. And this is the map where Raider went 3 hatch gas before pull and died. This is the map where he tried to take those golds as quickly as possible.
Yeah. I want to put let's have Chase versus Mia Micah on this map.
Oh.
You know, 1v1.
Yeah, they'll proxy hatch each other and take the golds.
Take
each
all
other's
the golds.
Make it happen, Bobby. Make it happen. I also want to see Chase just lathered up in mud and just on Mia Micah.
Oh god. Great. Get us in the game. Save me.
You started this. I thought you were going to go into like some mud wrestling
this.
moves or something. I'm like, I don't know any mud wrestling.
I don't know mud wrestling moves. I don't know if they have moves.
Okay.
I don't know. Would you like to watch some mud wrestling after this?
We can watch it together, Papi.
We can find our favorite moves and remember them.
Yeah.
Save that one for later.
Alright, I'll open up Google.
You sound so like reluctant. You're like, if I have to.
I found the mud wrestling ultimate guide.
Ultimate guide.
The ultimate guide, mate. They got you covered in mud. Oh no, it's got pictures. I'm gonna close this. I just want to
I
text.
was not
Puppy.
ready for that.
I got more than text. I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We got more than we bargained for. Did you learn anything?
I learned not to click on the ultimate guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why it's the ultimate guide.
Yeah. It's too much for me.
We need to take it back a notch.
We need an intermediate guide. We need.
Yeah. We need beginner's mud wrestling guide. Just some easy moves to start off with.
Exactly.
Mud wrestling tutorial.
Oh god.
He's still looking at the mud wrestling. Stop, puppy. We need the blood to your brain as well.
I'm I'm looking at something that maybe is just as filthy. I'm catching up in the chat, pup. I'm catching up in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like Emperor Fu? Well, after this stream, Light is gonna binge watch some BJJ. I think so.
Yeah, give me the BJJ, puppy.
I'm just kind of imagining you watching BJJ with someone, and just every time there's any move, you're just like, was that the north-south choke? When are they gonna do the north-south choke? I like that one.
When are they gonna do the Oni Nigiri, puppy? Let's go.
When is he gonna wrap him in an onigiri? Eat him like sushi.
When's the seaweed coming out, puppy?
Are they gonna do the rear naked choke at the end?
Is that the finisher, puppy? I'm ready to finish. Oh god. There's a lot of names there. There's a lot here. There's the Go Plata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's I don't want to butcher some of these names, but it's crazy, puppy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. You can try.
There's the what? There's the electric chair.
Oh yeah. So there's this guy called Eddie Bravo that has like his own school where he makes up all the names for them, and like half the names are like named after weed paraphernalia as well.
Oh my
god. There's
god.
like the vaporizer and like things like that. There's like the zombie or something. The twister.
And that's where the electric chair comes in.
Yeah.
See, in my mind, because UFC is a little bit more hardcore. In WWE, he comes out with the steel chair. In UFC, he comes out with the electric chair.
Yeah, he hits him with the electric chair.
He hits him with the electric chair. Is that legal? It's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu move, man. What can I say?
He just made it up. He's like, I invented it, but it's a move.
It's a move.
Well, it's in the book.
It's in the ultimate guide.
It's in the ultimate jiu-jitsu guide. It says you can hit your opponent with the steel electric chair.
No, we don't make up the rules here. We just Wikipedia them, okay? Oh my god.
What else have you got? What's jumping out at you?
Oh.
The honey hole. Have you found that one yet?
Excuse me? What? Excuse me?
There's one called the honey hole.
Oh my god. I just found it. Whoa, there's actually a bunch of names. It's called the honey hole. It's the 411. That sounds sick, mate. Let's go.
That sounds like a Terran build.
Yeah, it's the 411, puppy. Let's go. Actual time move.
So wait, if we ever see a 411, we can call it the honey hole.
Yeah. Oh god. This side control. Side control sounds sick. Yeah.
That's just like that's just a simple control. It's just you lie on them from sideways.
Okay.
You just hold them down.
There's the lapel. Oh. There's the squid. What?
The squid.
The squid.
Have you come up to shrimping yet?
He comes out with just like 4 more arms.
He just has like a raw squid and just slaps him in the face with it.
Oh my god, that's wild.
The steel chair wasn't enough. He brought a squid.
You can cook the squid on the electric chair.
That's really smart. It's just got a lot more delicious.
Speaking of getting delicious, here we go. We are loading into Sludge City, and in the top left-hand corner, we have the Teal Zerg player Serral alongside his teammate, the Blue Terran player Time, as their team. Oliveira.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have Maru, we have Solar, and we are Team Onsyde.
Oh. Let's go Onsyde Gaming, and they're up against the ropes right now. And we're seeing some of the features already. As a reminder, there are a lot of gold bases to be taken here. Solar just quickly taking his own. Same can be said for Serral, but no one is being giga greedy and trying to go like double hatch or for a gasless opener or anything like that.
They're going to put them on side control.
Oh. Beautiful.
And 4-1-1 them in the electric chair.
In the electric chair, mate. Let's go.
Draw them in with the honey hole, and then they're in the electric chair.
And I spoke too soon. This is very similar. He's doing exactly what Raynor did. Solar is going 3 hatch before gas before pool. Very greedy opener. Oh my god.
Yeah, Solar full greeting it out here, using his Overlord as well to intimidate the Overlord of Serral and push it away. Oliveira going to be going for an SEV scout here, and the SEV is going to receive the news.
Oh, he pulls out though. The SCV doesn't go all the way. He only sees the hatch first, doesn't see how many hatcheries.
Yeah, there we go. And it looks like he's gone for a CC first. Standard CC expand himself. So he's not going to have the ability to go for an extremely fast punish with Reapers and Hellions. Looks like both players just going to be taking a bit of map control with their Reapers, and Serral going for a pretty normal opening himself.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a relatively standard opener, other than, of course, the goal base. But that means that they're not looking to do any early game aggression, early game pressure, and I'm worried that Solar is going to get away with 2 very fast gold bases. His economy is going to explode, Bobby.
He's going to explode, as we do see him setting up on that 3 hatch, and Serral himself has gone for a reasonably fast 3rd hatch as well. He's going to be getting a little bit of vision here. We do have this watchtower, this vision tower that covers most of the center of the map, but another interesting part of this map is there's almost extra left and right layouts on the top and bottom. Like, it feels like it's almost diagonally symmetrical. Is that the word for it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It is symmetrical diagonally. Tis true. We'll see if we get that far, as it looks like, Serral is going for a pretty early Roach Horn. He just made a wave of 12 Lings as well. I'm very curious as to what his plan is, as to whether or not he plans to even continue droning.
Yeah, we have a bit of a scout coming in here from Oliveira. He's going to be able to see the creep on the back base. He sees the back base, so he knows they are on the double gold. He knows they've been a little bit bamboozled here. Serral is starting to get aggressive with the Lings, and behind this, Solar going for a very fast lair.
Yeah, exactly. Larry's just about to finish up. Meanwhile, the Lings do get across the map. They have confirmed the double Gs from Solar, but can they even stop it right now? Solar feeling pretty smug about himself, not gonna lie. Maru, his own economy has taken a little bit of a hit. He's only just now saturating his own natural, but the Queens, the Hellions, the Reapers, there is enough here to hold.
We can hear them.
We can hear. What are they saying?
어?
Oh,
어디가? 테란 주위로.
Darren.
탱크 나왔어.
Tasagi.
Tasagi. Ah, we understand.
테란 주기로 간다.
Oh.
빨리 떠야 돼.
Look, you're Terran, okay? I'm assuming you understand what's going on.
Yeah, you speak Terran, don't you? He said we're gonna sneak up behind them and put them in the rear naked choke puppy. He said puppy, he did.
Yeah. And he did say the Terran as well. And here we go. He comes in from behind into the main base of Time, completely catching him out of position.
Yeah, a lot of SCV is going to go down there for Time. Does sneak into back of this goal base as well, and has a pretty good position to fight the Lings. Instead, just going to be preserving all his units. Time, meanwhile, going to be setting up with the Hellion, Hellion and Raven in the center of the map. Is bit of Serral.
Oh, I thought that was Mario. I like how they're like, we activated the voice comm so you can hear, but they're not saying anything.
Yeah, Serral stops talking.
Oh my god, as we do see another drop coming back in towards the goal base again, they're bullying time quite a bit here. He's having a hard time keeping up. At the same time, Solar is going straight into mutas.
Yeah, we see 13 mutas coming out straight away, and there is not much back at home that shoots up. Mario has been able to work that out as well with this Reaper Hellion that he's just been going on an absolute tear with through the base of Oliveira.
Oh, exactly, and eventually that will be cleaned up. Eventually, as there's still a couple, maybe as there's still a couple of units here that are actually going towards the goal base as well. They're going to be able to pick up a couple of these units, maybe even force a little bit of friendly fire from that tank. Oh boy, as the mutas have arrived. Thankfully, there are a couple of spores in position.
Yeah, there is a spore. He's going to be getting right on top of these Marines. There's quite a few more Marines back where that came from, but that is the rest of them. They have all gone down. We see the medevac healing the mutas. Let's go.
Oh. Teamwork, Poppy, as the medevac keeps the mutas alive. That means we can be a little bit more careless. The medevac does go down, though, but the mutas are still wreaking havoc. The queens are having a hard time getting up this rampage to the main. There's no creep, Poppy. There's no creep.
I want to see a medevac healing queens. Nothing can kill that.
I want to see a queen transfusing a hellbat.
You're an animal.
Oh god. As it looks like again, Serral and Oliveira are still on the back foot. We see a bit of a ling run by being set up, but the roaches are in position here, so it looks like at least ground-based assaults aren't really going to find too much success. As the mutas are diving on top of the queens, they can't transfuse.
Yeah, the mutas getting on the queen. There is no creep here, so the mutas are going to be going down. We see the turrets from the Ravens as well going to be helping out, and this main here has been completely taken over by the team of Mario and Solar. Might even be able to dive on top of these turrets as well. The Raven turrets take out the missile turret of Oliveira.
It looks like even these Marines are still having a hard time as well. At the same time, Serral trying to sneak out one of these goal bases in the middle of the map. It is going to be denied here. The mutas continue to wreak havoc. They took down the Marines, and they are not letting this turret get up and running.
The turret on it, turret action is insane. Quite a lot of these mutas are going to be going down, but Solar is going to be reinforcing this cloud of mutas. We see that dirty, sludgy water up to the top right-hand corner of the map. Looks a bit like Yarra Valley over there. Not Yarra Valley, Yarra River. The main river in Melbourne. It kind of looks like that. It's really gross.
There you go. We are Sludge City.
Yeah.
As we do have a little bit of a roach run by here at the fourth base of Solar, but they are going to be cleaned up. Did get a couple of drones here, to be fair, but the worker counts are still quite healthy for both Maru and Solar. They have that economic advantage right now. They have the gold bases, and we do see they are even transitioning into Hydras, into a hive as well. But Serral finally has his composition of choice.
I thought we were going to go for a 5 Viper Doom drop. That would have been kind of sick.
What? Oh no! The Vipers! No! Oh
yeah, the Vipers
God.
are going to be able to get their parasitic bombs. Once again, Solar a little bit slow on the split. Not quite able to find the right mutas. He does eventually get them before too many of those mutas go down, and we see a lot of those roaches in trouble.
Oh, exactly. The mutas, they barely do survive. At the same time, Time finally gets out of the map as well. He has had enough of all this aggression, of all these drops on his own bases, and he goes for his own push. Is going to deny mining here at the third base of Maru.
Yeah, the mutas swoop in to save the day. They will be taking out the rest of those Marines, and these medevacs in a little bit of trouble as well. Oliveira just going to stand his ground, make sure that these tanks get cleaned up, which does mean the medevacs are going to get out of there. We see Serral is going into Hydras, going into Lurkers, researching Burrow as well. So he will be able to be a little bit cheeky with his roaches. He has tunneling claws too.
Yeah, he can be a little bit more flexible with those roaches, you were saying. At the same time, the mutas, they dive on top of the Viper. Show us, puppy, show! Ah! And it looks like the splits are not there at all. Oh my god.
The splits were pretty bad once again. Let's spend some time in the micro trainer Solar. The 2v2 mutant micro trainer.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, jiu-jitsu, you got to be pretty flexible to play it, you know? You got to be quite limber, you got to be quite.
Yeah, there's a good word. Flexible and limber, that's fine.
Yeah,
whatever else you're thinking of, keep it to yourself. As we do see, the roaches are going to be getting on top of those Hydras. They are trapped off creep. The speed roach is getting right on top of all the units of Solar, and Solar's supply is plummeting.
Exactly. He was caught here with his pants down. He was in the middle of transitioning into lurkers, but the Hydras all get caught out before they can morph on in. This base is going to crumble, and just like that, Serral swings the tide in his favor. How does he do it? Serral was so far ahead. Sorry, Solar was so far ahead. It felt that way for so long, but in a couple of moments, he lost all of his mutas, he lost all of his Hydras, he lost his bases.
Yeah, even if you borrowed Roach just being split off to that top right-hand corner base. We can see as well, Serral, he's still very low on drones, so it does feel like Serral and Oliveira are fairly all in here, but Solar is crippled heavily. It's going to be on Mario to see what he can do to survive.
And we'll see if he can survive, as the CC is going to be going down. Great target firing, but he's coming in from two ends, from two angles. He is able to disable one of those tanks, but barely. He is forced back.
Yeah, just a little bit mistimed there, as we do see. Oh, we have the Serral mic.
Oh, things are getting intense. Yeah, I killed the tanks. He's like, I killed the tanks, Papi. I killed the tanks. Let's go. It sounds like they're very distant. It sounds like we're hearing into like a two-way radio from like the 90s or something.
Like a cup with a string.
Yeah.
The string goes from Finland to China. Just yelling into the cup.
Oh my god. But in the end, it looks like Maru is going to be able to barely hold on to his third base here. The Vipers are now out from Solar as well. He's trying desperately to get into his Hydra Lurker Viper composition, and he's kind of getting there, kind of.
Yeah, we have that Marine Tank, Lurker, Ghost, Viper, Hydra, Marauder, drones. I don't know why there's drones. They're there, though.
Yeah, the standard composition, of course. They just don't really have the numbers here. Once again, basically, Serral can almost 1v2 them at the moment. Ooh, the Vipers almost get caught out here. Barely, they do get saved as Solar does pull them back. But oh my god, it's so much! Oh god!
And Oliveira, he is so active on the map with those Marines. But those Marines, they are struck. It's like a bowling strike. They just went everywhere. You know 10-pin bowling? Is that too light for you? Sorry.
No, I know 10 pin. I know. I had white friends growing up.
Do you remember? Did you ever go to the one that had like the animations on the TV when you got like a strike or a spare?
Yeah.
There's like a little TV. And if you got like a
yeah.
strike or a spare, they'd have like an animation of like little dudes with the pins, and they'd like fall over.
Yeah.
At AMF.
At 10-pin bowling. Yeah.
Did you have friends?
I played Wii bowling.
Okay. Fair enough.
I know Wii Sports. Oh my! There was no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Wii Sports, Papi.
Wii Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just have those little Miis choking each other out.
Oh my god. As we do see, a little bit of Viper on Viper action here. Blinded Clouds being thrown down all over the place right now. It's a meat grinder. It feels like the Lurkers of Solar were just a little bit too far back.
Yeah, Mari's bio got absolutely shredded. Solar with his hands off the keyboard as well. He's playing with Vipers, so that's absolutely fine. He will be continuing to fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, the cohesion there between the teams just wasn't quite there. They weren't able to hit synchronize as they otherwise would have liked, and as a result, Maru lost the majority of his army. He still has a standing force, though, and he's going to catch a lot of transferring workers. Up!
Ah.
But he's going for a Doom Drop!
Massive Doom Drop, fantastic idea as well. Solar's Shiba. As we do see Maru is dropping. Maru's getting dropped right on his production, and considering how far ahead Maru was from everyone else, I think attacking Maru at his weakest point is definitely a really smart move from Oliveira.
Yeah, the production of Maru is going to be going down completely here. He's not in position at all to defend. His army still across the map, taking down some of these hatcheries. But as amazing as Maru's army is, Serral still has that much more to defend.
Yeah, Serral has enough back at home. All of the production of Maru is going down, so what you see is what you get. And that is a fair few ghosts, a fair few medevacs as well, so quite a bit of dead supply when it comes to dealing with the army that Oliveira has here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks like Oliveira is going to be stuck in the main, but you know what? Serral is moving out across the map with his army. It looks like he wants to maybe try and intercept the drops of Maru as Maru's trying to come back home. Up!
Oh.
The intercept! Show it! Show us! the mini-map, they're colliding! Ah!
Oh, yeah, definitely a few going down there. It looks like the Vipers were able to yoink in some of those medevacs. Solar's had enough. He calls GG, and Mario is going to tap out as well. Serral Oliveira, they get the win 4-2.
GG, well played, Oliveira. Oliveira. They're just a little bit too good in the end. Serral just having a very solid army composition, his like very solid go-to army composition, going for Roach, eventually Viper. We saw that Solar was able to get away with some pretty greedy play that game, taking both gold bases, going into the mutas, but we also saw him fall a little bit in the control. Like there were more than a couple of times where his mute account was reset, or he was losing a couple too many Vipers here and there as well. And it felt as if Maru and Solar, their team kind of dynamic wasn't as strong as we've seen with some of these other teams.
They didn't want it enough. They seemed like they were having a good time. I think they didn't. I think they just didn't care that much, to be honest.
They were having fun, Bobby. They were having fun. It was great. It was great.
Do you reckon they're gonna jump on ladder? And you know how sometimes when people get knocked out of a tournament, they like tilt ladder afterwards? Do you reckon they're gonna tilt 2v2 ladder?
They're gonna tilt some mod wrestling, Poppy. They're gonna.
I see.
They're gonna get at each other, man. They're gonna just get all that tension out there. As congratulations to Serral and Oliveira for that win. They are going to be advancing on to the semi-finals, where they're going to be waiting for the winner of this next matchup. They're going to be waiting for the winner of Team GP and Rattlers.
Yeah, here we go. And Team GP, they are one of the teams to look out for. They are the I've forgotten his name. One of the strongest teams here. It is DRGling. With Prince.
Yeah, exactly.
The 2v2 experts.
The 2v2 experts, the 2v2 veterans. And we're going to be diving into that matchup after this short break.
See you soon.